Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Mohd Khairulanwar Bunaim. Today I would like to present my research results with the title Centella Asiatica prevents hypertension and protects the heart in chronic nitric oxide deficiency rats model. For the introduction, so for cardiovascular disease, this is the statistic, and hypertension is a major risk factor for CVD. The pathophysiology of hypertension and cardiac remodeling, including cardiac hypertrophy, dysfunctional cardiac contraction, and cardiac damage, are multifactorial. Nitric oxide deficiency, increase in reactive oxygen species, and subsequent increase in oxidative stress level, and overactivation of renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system can increase risk of development of hypertension and cardiac remodeling. Previously, the benefit of Centella Asiatica was studied, and it was reported that Centella Asiatica contains high antioxidant property, can inhibit renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system overactivation, and after given bolus doses, this one also showed antihypertensive effects. Previous study investigate antihypertensive effect of Centella Asiatica using bioactive compound isolated from this plant or only on a short duration of treatment. No study has been conducted to investigate the effect of Centella Asiatica extract on chronic hypertension and cardiac damage. So the study was conducted to investigate the effect of Centella Asiatica on cardiovascular system in rats with chronic exposure to LNAM, and for this is the list of specific objective in this study. Now we move on to methodology part. So this is how we prepare ethylene extract of Centella Asiatica. And for the research animal, we use sprout dolly male rats, and all procedures were approved by UKM Animal Ethics Committee. And for the study methodology, rats were divided into 5 groups. Group 1 received deionized water, Group 2 received LNAM at 40 mg per kilo, Group 3 received Centella Asiatica at 500 mg per kilo, Group 4 received LNAM and Centella Asiatica, and Group 5 received LNAM plus captopril at 5 mg per kilo. And all the treatment were given once daily orally for 8 weeks. Blood was taken before the study started, and systolic blood pressure reading were taken at baseline at 4th week and 8 weeks of the study. After 8 weeks of the study, rats were sacrificed. Aortic, serum, and cardiac tissue were harvested. For the aortic tissue, T-bars was measured. For serum, nitric oxide and BNP were measured, and for cardiac tissue, T-bars and ACE were measured. And the dose of Centella Asiatica is based on our previous pilot study. And for the lab analysis, to measure serum nitric oxide, we follow Miranda methods, and to measure cardiac and aortic T-bars, we follow Lake-Leosio methods, and to measure cardiac and aortic protein content, we measure Bradford method. For the cardiac ACE and serum BNP, we use ELISA kit. And this is how we analyze our data. For results and discussions, for systolic blood pressure, after 8 weeks of study, LNAM significantly increased systolic blood pressure when compared to control groups, and Centella Asiatica and captopril significantly reduced back systolic blood pressure when compared to LNAM groups. Study by Takamoto, Bunbupa, and Aluko also show that chronic exposure of LNAM to rats will induce hypertension. 500 mg per kilo dose of Centella Asiatica was reported to have diuretic property, which has potential as antihypertensive agent. Bolus administration of triterpenoid and flavonoid-rich fraction of Centella Asiatica showed hypotensive effect in hypertensive rats induced by phenylephrine injection. For nitric oxide level, after 8 weeks of study, LNAM significantly reduced nitric oxide level when compared to control group, and Centella Asiatica and captopril significantly increased back nitric oxide level when compared to LNAM groups. Nitric oxide is an important vasodilator agent. LNAM inhibits endothelial nitric oxide synthase, which was responsible to synthesize nitric oxide. This LNAM effect was consistent with few other previous studies. Acetic acid, which is one of the triterpenoid compound found in Centella Asiatica, was reported to increase back nitric oxide level and eNOS protein expression in different type of hypertension rats model. For aortic and cardiac device, cardiac ACE, and serum BNP, all parameters showed a similar pattern. After 8 weeks of study, LNAM significantly increased aortic and cardiac device, cardiac ACE, and serum BNP significantly when compared to control group, and captopril and Centella Asiatica significantly reduced back aortic device, cardiac ACE, and serum BNP after 8 weeks of study when compared to LNAM groups. The effect of LNAM in this study was consistent with other previous study. Increase in T-bars indicate increase in ROS level and oxidative stress status. Rajeswari reported that LNAM increased T-bars in cardiac and aortic tissue in rats after 4 weeks of induction. BNP was used as biomarker for cardiac hypertrophy, damage, and failure. Takimoto reported increase in myocardial hypertrophy and dysfunction after LNAM was given for 8 weeks. LNAM via intraperitoneal injection for 8 weeks increased ACE level in heart tissue, possibly due to increase in oxidative stress status. The effect of Centella Asiatica after LNAM exposure was consistent with other previous study. Centella Asiatica extract were reported to have high antioxidant property. Acetic acid, which is one of main terpenoid compound found in Centella Asiatica, was reported to prevent cardiac remodeling, and this compound reduced back ACE activity in endothelial tissue as well. As a conclusion, Centella Asiatica prevents the development of hypertension and protects the heart by reducing oxidative stress and subsequently preventing renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system overactivation and nitric oxide loss. So this is my reference. Thank you.